30 years ago, I made a small backyard pond at the back of my property. It was a small pond, only 6 feet by 3 feet. It was intended to be an accent for my garden and nothing more. Over the years, it became much more than a pond. We've seen all kinds of critters come and go, including bullfrogs, tree frogs, leopard frogs, and snails. We've even seen some water insects reproducing in the pond, like water striders, dragonflies, and damselflies. 5 years ago, I decided to set up a camera beside the pond to watch and record all the nocturnal animals who came by for a drink, including raccoons, opossums, skunks, and cats. Then earlier this year, the camera caught something special. I got a notification on my camera of activity in the pond. It was a toad. It was still early spring. The pond hadn't been set up yet, and the aquatic plants hadn't started growing. The toad's chirping meant he was looking for a girlfriend, another toad to mate with. After just a couple of days, she finally showed up, and they humped in the pond for 19 hours. The toads disappeared after their mating session, and the pond began to take on its summer beauty. I fully expected to see strings of toad eggs in the pond within a week or two, but it just didn't happen. I checked every day, but there was only disappointment. I thought maybe the female laid her eggs somewhere else. Then it happened. After more than a month, I was overjoyed to discover tadpoles in the pond. They were everywhere. I guess the eggs had been wrapped around a plant and probably deep in the pond. There were more than 1,000 tiny tadpoles. I turned off the waterfall pump so they could live naturally, and I just observed them for the next few weeks. I noticed that there were different sizes of tadpoles. Some were much larger than others. It left me thinking that maybe there were 2 females that laid eggs. I also noticed that their numbers went down. Not sure why, but maybe survival of the fittest, or maybe some birds got a few. They were really slow to grow. It took about 6 weeks before the first one started growing back legs. Starting in about late June, I noticed some of them had matured enough and were leaving the pond. It was tough getting them on video because they matured at various times and left the pond when they were ready. Most were no larger than a housefly. I did manage to take a few videos of some little ones in the pond before they left. This pond has brought us much joy over the past 30 years. With giant bullfrogs, the family of tree frogs, the family of leopard frogs, and all the water striders and dragonflies, we can now add tadpoles to the list. On a sad note, I realized that of the more than 500 tadpoles that matured, only a few will survive. Most will get eaten by birds and rodents, while others might get stepped on or run over by the lawnmower. At least there are lots of hiding places in my garden. Maybe a few will survive. To the few that do survive, thanks for brightening our spring.